They look so perfect while sleeping. I've drawn them asleep so many times, but they look even better while tied up. I prefer to draw them when they're awake, though. They always make adorable faces and pose in cute positions. I really hope they wake up soon. I'm starting to get a bit impatient. I see you're finally starting to wake up, darling. You were taking a while, and I was getting a bit worried about you. Please don't struggle. Your restraints will hurt you. I don't want you to get marks on your wrist from doing that. If you do, then it will ruin my art. I could just not include the marks, but I like my artwork being as detailed as possible, especially when I'm using you as my reference. Well, I suppose I haven't explained anything to you yet, so it makes sense for you to be confused. I don't want to overwhelm your fragile little brain just yet, so let me just tell you the basics of your situation. I am an artist, and I've been interested in art ever since I was a child. I've tried so many different forms of art and references, I started to get bored. I suppose you can say I had a pretty intense art block. However, that changed when I saw you. The moment I laid eyes on you, my art block disappeared. You were the perfect reference for my art. I've taken so many photos of you in different poses and expressions. I've made countless art pieces of you, none of which were able to capture that full beauty of yours. Why are you freaking out? Shouldn't you be happy? Being an artist's inspiration is a pretty big compliment. I guess you just don't understand yet. I know you will soon, though. You have the rest of your life to realize it, as you'll be staying with me from now on. I know you don't want to, but you have to. I can't just let my inspiration go. Something terrible could happen to you if I do. Someone could take you away from me, or you could get into a terrible accident that would destroy your peerless beauty. Of course, this isn't something just for art. I had to watch you to get pictures of you over and over, and over that time, I started to fall in love with you. Please don't panic, darling. I know you're scared, but I promise you're safe. I know my confession was a bit sudden, but I had to tell you eventually. I'm sure you'll fall in love with me as well. It might take some time for you to get used to things, but I know you will over time. You'll never love me. You're only saying that because we just met. I've known you for months and I fell in love with you. So, you will love me back eventually. Besides, we're going to be spending a lot of time together. So it will be easier if you get used to my company rather than complaining about it and being scared of me. I'll take that silence as your understanding. Now, it's time we finally get into the fun stuff. I have so many plans for you. I have 141 ideas of new art pieces I can make now that I have you finally close enough. Now I can get all the details right. I'm glad you asked, darling. I've already decided what I'm going to make first. I'm going to make a statue of you, exactly the same size and height. It's going to take me quite a long time, but it will be worth it. I'll put it in the center of the back garden. I've already planted flowers out there that would look good with the statue. All that's missing is the statue itself. Yes, garden. It's not some small, ugly garden, though. It's large and has the most beautiful plants in it. I should have told you this earlier, but I live in quite a big house. Some would even call it a mansion. I gained so much money from selling my artwork. Not the ones of you, of course. So I bought a nice house for the both of us, far away from any other towns or people. Why do you look so surprised? I've been an artist since I was a child. Of course I would have been good enough to sell my artwork for money. Anyways, enough discussing that. It will only make matters more confusing for you. I want to start working on the statue as soon as possible, so I'm going to start taking your measurements. I'll need to remove your restraints for now. Can you promise me not to run off? The door is locked, but I don't want you to have any silly ideas of escape. Alright then, stay still. There we go. Your wrists might feel a bit sore, but thankfully, the chain didn't cut into your skin while you were struggling against them. Now, stand up for me, darling. Take your time, though. You might still be dizzy from the drugs I gave you to bring you here. That's it, darling. You're behaving so well for me. I thought you would be a little more defiant, but you seem to be obeying my instructions quite well. Now that you've stood up, I can take your measurements accurately. First, I'm going to start by measuring your height, along with the length of your legs, torso, and head. I'll need a lot of measurements from you to make the statue perfect, but I won't do them all today. Stay still now. This will only take a moment. You want to know how I brought you here? It was quite simple, really. After all, I knew where you lived. All I had to do was wait until you fell asleep so I could sneak in from the window. You know, the one you always leave open? You really should close all your windows at night. However, it was quite convenient for me. After sneaking in, I gave you a sedative while you were asleep and brought you back here. You were in such a deep sleep for about 8 hours. I had to give you a large dose of sedative, as I needed to make sure you wouldn't wake up when we were driving here. This house is quite far away from where you used to live, and it's far away from any other houses and towns. Now I've got all the measurements I needed for now. You did such a good job staying still for me. I figured you'd be a lot more nervous, trying to pull away from me or run to the door, but you stayed perfectly still. Good job, darling. Perhaps it won't take long for you to earn my full trust. Now, lay back down on the bed for me. There you go. Now, give me your wrists. Why? Because I've got to put the restraints back on you, of course. You didn't really think that I wouldn't put them back on, did you? I know that you were obedient when I took them off, but you could try to escape once I leave. Eventually, you won't need to wear the restraints, but you haven't earned all of my trust yet, so they stay on for now. I'll decide once you have earned my trust. It might take a few days or a few months. It entirely depends on how well you behave. So far, you have been behaving extremely well, so it might not be long until I can take off the restraints. Of course, you won't get full access to the house. You'll have to stay in the basement. If you keep proving that you can be trustworthy, then I'll allow you to enter more areas in the house. You look so tired. I can see you're struggling to keep your eyes open. It's okay, darling. You can fall asleep. Today has been quite an overwhelming experience for you. The after effects of the drugs might be making you feel more tired as well. Just rest, my love. I've been waiting so long to kiss you. That felt amazing. I would love to stay down here with you, but there will be plenty of time for us to spend time together later. For now, you need to get some sleep, and I need to start working on that statue. I'll be back by the time you wake up. I'll have some food prepared for you as well, since you must be hungry. You look so adorable right now. I could just stay here and watch you sleep. Unfortunately, I have to leave now. But there will be other opportunities for me to watch you sleep. It's quite good for inspiration after all. Now, good night, darling. I'll see you when you wake up.